Good morning, everybody. Peace and blessings. How's everybody doing today? All right, you all. We are in the throes of a Mercury retrograde. Hi there, everyone. We're in the throes of Mercury retrograde. We are in an eclipse window season. There is so much astrology happening right now, and Gabrielle and I are going to have a talk about just how we can really take care of ourselves right now, because we are really changing energetics in our reality, and it can feel very topsy-turvy. It can feel very it can feel like it's uprooting your life, you know what I mean? Like things are not as ordered. And so sometimes we have to take on we have to create special circumstances to support ourselves so that we don't lose ourselves, so we don't get really lost. And that's what Gabrielle and I are coming to talk about today. Now, Gabrielle is pregnant and she is having a baby any day. Yes, I will be saving it. Here she comes. Okay. Hey, Gabrielle. I think it's gonna bring you in. Trying to find something for my lips. Hi.
Hey. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too. You look so you did your hair, girl. It's pretty.
Give me a reason. Give me a reason, because I'm sitting on my egg right now. I don't have a reason to get all cute. So,
Girl, please tell everybody how pregnant you are.
I'm so pregnant, y'all. I mean, baby is due May 4th, okay? Everybody here, just go ahead and send your blessings. Just take a second and send blessings to this young God coming into the world. I am so excited for this force to come to the earth. Our first boy. Hey, Naomi. What's up, sister?
I'm so excited for you and this baby that's coming. This is such a profound thing, and we are having some profound astrology. So this baby is coming in at a time when there's so much power on the planet.
Right.
And it's very exciting. I'm just, you guys, like Gabrielle and I have been friends for many years, and we've never lived in the same city.
No.
But we talk like there've been times in our friendship where we talk 3 times a day, or like every day, and really intimate with one another and sharing process and ritual and supporting one another in our own personal evolution, and supporting one another in the objectives that we set for ourselves, like tracking with somebody, like it's nothing like having a person in your life who can see your blind spots. Ha!
Yeah. Yes, and we really do that for each other.
That's right. Who can see your blind spots, who you love and trust.
Yes.
To be able to say that's in a blind spot, or ask you a question, or you know what I mean? Like really. And it's interesting because Gabrielle and I are 20 years apart. Like I'm 54 and you're 33?
34. We're
24. Right. So we're 20 years apart, which is an interesting thing because I usually have a lot of young people in my life. Like that's just sort of my way. And I've struggled with this sometime because I've felt like maybe I'm just so immature.
Oh, no, that's not what it is.
I know, that's my ego saying that. Because really, all the young people in my life are so brilliant. It's just like, it's like you guys are all old souls, right? So I feel like I was born for this time, but I had to get here earlier before my tribe,
Yeah.
so that I could really be a bit of a so I could open the gate, so I could, you
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I agree. You hold codes that really resonate with the time. This, my generation, like the 20s and 30s, you really hold codes that some people your age, they are not wired to understand. But
Yeah.
that's the queen of clubs, baby. That's what a
Yeah.
queen of clubs show as. She is the mother of data. She's the
Yeah.
mother of information. And so you've been spending your life gathering spiritual information, learning from different teachers, learning
I
from
have.
different understandings, studying all the backgrounds, all the
Yeah.
worlds and realms of the occult knowledge.
Yeah.
And that is what we need, y'all,
Yeah.
because we can't just operate off ego and personality and, oh, I want to go to school to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you know how many types of doctors in the world there are? We're spiritual doctors.
Yes, we
We're
are.
psychic doctors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what are we really talking about here? And I just bow to you, Monique, because you have been doing this work and preparing for your mission
Yes.
of being the woman
Yes.
you are,
Yes.
reminding us of our sovereignty, showing us that we're the source,
Yes.
mirroring for us that we created it all. The things that made us cry and the things that brought us the most pleasure, we created it all.
Yes. Yes. So I'm very excited I'm excited for this time. I'm excited for you and your family, and that you bring a new baby is coming in. And I'm excited that we're living at a time when reality is shifting so much. Reality is shifting so much. And let me just say, I give thanks and praise to the Most High, because I have been getting ready for years, and I am prepared.
Yes. Yes.
I'm prepared.
That is what
I'm
it's
prepared to do
about.
what I'm here to do. I knew this was coming. I have been listening. It has not been easy. It has not been easy. I have fallen on my face. This has been humbling. This has been really deeply intentional and intimate, but I'm ready. And I am surrounded by other women like Gabrielle. There are a few of us we have been readying ourselves.
Yeah.
And this is a powerful time to be alive. So Gabrielle and I wanted to come and talk about, Gabrielle was like, let's talk about, like buckling down. And I
Yes.
was like, let's do it, because that's really necessary right now. So, take us in, Gabrielle. What's your idea?
Yeah, and so the idea of spiritually bunkering down. So you guys, Mercury retrograde is the hurricanes of astrology. That's why it feels chaotic. That's why it feels like, oh yeah, it's very, it's churning, it's moving us. It makes us feel a little chaotic. It makes us feel unsettled.
Mm-hmm.
So, typically in a hurricane, we would go out and go get water. We would go out and make sure we have candles. We would do things to make sure we are secure at home. That is what we're talking about inside.
Yes.
Making sure you have what you need, making sure you have the spiritual practices to stay grounded, because it's going to be chaotic.
Yeah.
Mercury's right here doing all this. Pluto's all the way out there doing all this.
Yes.
So you have to make sure you know who you are every day when you wake up. You have to make sure you know who you are when things pop up and they shift and they change really fast. You have to stay grounded in all of that. And that comes from the practices that you do every day. Mercury is daily energy.
That's right.
So with it being Mercury in Taurus, this is earth. This is being grounded. This is, relationships. Mm-hmm. This is sensuality, beauty, movement. Mm-hmm. You're going to be questioned. You're going to have challenges of what all of that means.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And so it's like, this is the time we feel like we're going insane.
Right. So Unique said, she said, I'm actually going insane. She said, I actually am going insane. Exactly. Like, this is everything I needed right now.
Yes. Okay. We read the stars. We stay attuned. That's what we do at Follow the Sun.
That's right. Go ahead, Monique. To So Unique, I want to say, I want to invite you into a different language,
Mhm.
right? I want to invite you into some different language. And because if you speak that you're going insane right now in an eclipse window, you will go insane. Okay.
Yes.
So see if you can find the aspect of you, see if it's possible. Invite the aspect of you that can watch yourself,
Yeah.
right? Just watch. Like, and how do I watch myself? I will say to myself, oh, your mind is running a lot right now. Look
Yeah.
at, you're thinking about those things. That's so interesting what you're thinking about right now.
Right.
Oh, notice your body is feeling really tight right now. You're perspiring. Like, this is how I watch myself. Right. So that's okay. So it's okay. The words are really powerful, but you want to give yourself an opportunity to notice your language, to
Mhm.
notice it. Don't judge it, just notice it, see how it feels, and then invite yourself into another vibration with a new language. I'm
Yes.
walking into a new reality that doesn't make sense to my old. Yes,
Yes.
yes. I want.
That's the aspect. Being present, so unique. Being present. And that is how we do it. Is we stop all because our minds will go. And that's
That's
what Mercury is the mind, moon is the mind. So that's always moving quick. If you can be present, be aware of exactly the moment. That's what Monique just demonstrated.
yes,
In any moment,
yes,
whether you're with somebody or you're by yourself, you're like, oh, my hand's a little shaky, or oh, I'm not breathing fully, or oh, I'm blinking fast. Like,
right.
just come into what is happening right now with yourself.
Yes.
That will slow you down, bring you into more of a meditative space.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you gain control. I don't like to use that word so much,
Yeah.
but that's what we're doing is more so harnessing our power. We're
Yes.
powerful. Those
Yes.
thoughts moving, those ideas, those emotions coming through, that is power.
Yes.
But once you
That's right.
harness it, and what that is getting with
Yes.
it. You're getting
Right.
with the thoughts, you're
That's
getting
right.
with the emotions, you're being present to what's happening. Now you can start to direct it. Oh, I want this emotion to do this. I
Mm-hmm.
want this thought to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
I want this imagination to create this. I want to go on a
Mm-hmm.
journey inside myself
Yes.
with these elements of me.
Yes. Yes.
That's a grounding practice that will just give you more sense of authority of who you are,
Yes.
you know?
Yes. And that's the thing right now, Gabrielle, how important it is for us to really come into authority, because with Pluto just coming into Aquarius, it's going to go back into Capricorn to give us an opportunity to really get ourselves ready
Mhm.
for Pluto and Aquarius. So it's going to go back to Capricorn, and it's going to be in Capricorn probably until like the end of the year. And then it's going to come back. So it has already been there. These last 2 months or so have been showing you whatever's going on in your life right now. You've been feeling, right, like relationships are breaking up, like, or and really it's not about the people, it's about the aspects of you that used to relate to those
Right.
people, right? So I have seen in myself, like, the part of me that used to just be like, I can just do anything. Like, now I can't do anything anymore. Now I'm like, oh, I actually need an exchange. I used to hang out with people just because I liked them, but I wasn't necessarily getting something that resonated with me
Right.
from the experience, not
Right.
from the person, but from the experience. But I could still do it. Now I can't do that anymore. If I'm not getting something from the experience that really feels beneficial to me
Right.
and feels equal to what I'm giving, I can't do it any longer,
Right.
right?
Right.
And so we have to really understand ourselves. So this Pluto that is about to go retrograde tomorrow, in
Mhm.
retrograde in Aquarius tomorrow, we're about to start really feeling the upheaval of this energies where we have been going against our blueprint.
Woo! Come on, y'all. I ain't the only one feeling a hallelujah from that one now. Going against your blueprint.
That's right.
You know,
So
that's that aspect of really moving intentionally, Monique, is what you're
Yes.
saying. Creating these relationships intentionally, you know, and being present to that process.
Yes.
So, any more on Pluto retrograde that we should know and just like,
Yes. So the first thing we should know is that we're gonna be having the Pluto class is gonna start May 15th. So we'll have some time
mhm,
to start getting ourselves ready for that. But the Pluto is about power. And one of the things that I'm so aware of is that we just haven't been taught to think of ourselves as power centers. Like, we don't understand that we are currents of energy moving, right? Like, so your senses, all of that stuff is energy, and energy is power.
right.
And you are a power source, whether you know it or not. And our power sources have been we've been giving it away to elected officials, external gods, people, lovers, right? Children, all of that sort of stuff. But now with Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius, you're going to have to learn how to commandeer your own power. And it's a real thing. It is, I cannot tell you how subtle it is, but how it is the source of everything.
Yeah.
And it just is important that we come to our blueprint. And how we're going to come to our blueprint is through self-love, like really getting to love yourself. And
Yeah.
we think that means, what we think self-love means is not what it means at all.
No.
Self-love is absolutely knowing yourself. Like, so for those of us who are parents, like when I had my child, I knew every crook and cranny of his essence. I peeled his toe open and smelled in the inner parts of his toes, and you know what I mean. I cleaned every part of his body. I knew every part of this being. I knew him better than I knew myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we got to get to know ourselves.
Yep.
This is self-love, is self-knowing. That's
Self-knowledge.
right.
Absolutely. How does your psyche work? What are your emotions for? What brings about the mental currents of the day? How are we affected by the planets? What are we affected by? How do people influence us? How does a man entering my feminine body, how does that affect me? You know, how do I
Yes,
create his psyche? Like, all of that stuff matters.
that's right. How do these foods feel in my body? What is
Right.
this music? You know, how, oh, I have this going on. What is my body going? Like, really, really, it is so important, because if you know yourself, then you know how you function.
Yeah.
Then you know your gifts and potentials. And like, since I've started knowing myself, there are things that I know about myself now that I had a sense of, but I didn't really know it because I hadn't spent the time to deliver it to myself, to open it up. And the things that I know, like, I literally can see the future. I can literally see the future. But when I would have that experience, when I didn't really know what, I would see it, but it would scare me.
Right.
I would always be terrified. Like, I would have dreams about people bleeding or dreams, and then I would call them and, you know, all sorts of stuff. And I was like, Lord have mercy. So I was so afraid of my own power that I just pushed it down.
Right.
But now I'm like, okay, okay. And I've started learning. Oh, I can see that. Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, I can build a reality. But if you don't study yourself,
Right.
you'll never know what you're capable of,
Right.
because the schools don't teach us who we are. They teach us to become robots and
Right.
give our energy and power to others.
Right.
So only you know who you are.
Exactly. Exactly. So this Pluto retrograde, this eclipse that's happening, this is a time to really make yourself the study. Make you the study. Make your past and how you reacted to things before the study and how you're going to shift it and change it to be different. You know, that is really the opportunity we have right now. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're moving into focusing on the individual is focusing on the collective. Do you
That's
hear me?
right.
Focusing on yourself is focusing on the whole.
That's right. That's
There,
right.
there is no whole without these little micro dots of us.
That's right.
And the more we become powerful, the more we become armored and knowing who we are, how we function, what's our gifts, then we can pair up and share those. And, oh, I know Monique is good at this, but Gabrielle's good at that. And now we can work together to build bigger batteries.
Yes.
Your own internal battery is the first one that got to be charged up and high before you can couple with somebody else or multiple people and create things that we need. That is the sovereignty ahead of us. We don't care what the political world's doing, the finances. We're going to move with it. We're going to grow with it. It's our time. It's our season. But we got to know who we are so that we can harness those tools out in the world to work for us and our community.
That's right. And it's so important as women. Someone was saying, do either of us, both Gabrielle and I are coaches for women, for families, for men as well. And we also have a community called Follow the Sun, which you can access through my link tree here on my profile, where we really are providing the tools on a daily basis that are necessary for us to come back to ourselves, to come back into yourself. We use often the methods through astrology because astrology is a general tool that supports everyone. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like really understanding that the creator gave us a tool that would allow us to understand the language of the cosmology. There's several tools. Astrology is a tool, numerology is a tool, crystals are a tool. Anything in this nature realm is all a tool.
Yeah.
And it's such an interesting thing because as I do the work, and I was raised Christian, and I grew up under the church, y'all, under the church, okay? And I'm beginning to see these conversations around, like New Age and witches and all this sort of stuff. Like, God is not separate in any way from us.
No.
And everyone's approach to the divine, to God, is unique. There is no one way to come to God because you are God. You got to understand. And for people who are afraid to know that they are the outpicturing of the divine, and they think that they need to make somebody else that, they think that they need to make, a Jesus that or somebody else. I hear you, and you got to be where you are. But the times are changing, and we can no longer outwardly project our divine nature into a false illusion that somebody else is going to save us. Right. It is an illusion.
It has been an illusion all this time.
It has been an illusion all this time.
It's falling away. It's falling away. The macro, the world,
that's right.
The national systems, and any even individually in relationships and down to marriage and family.
That's right.
We see that we can't be codependent on the responsibility of somebody taking care of us.
That's right.
Wait.
That's right. You've got to bring your own gifts.
Yes.
You can no longer put your power off on anyone else. And I remember I've been doing a lot of work to heal my relationship to this notion of this experience of Jesus Christ growing up in a Christian family. And I literally, because Gabrielle is an incredible meditation, hypnosis meditation facilitator. And I went back and remembered when my grandmother told me that Jesus Christ was my savior, and remembered being 3 years old. I could see it as clear as day. 3 years old and looking at her, and inside of myself thinking like, this is not right.
I was thinking, save me from? What is there to be saved from?
And like, I was thinking that, but here's the thing that I remember doing was thinking, if she believes it
Mm.
and she's my grandmother,
Mm.
I'm going to do it. But I also remember feeling like happy, like now like I don't have to do the hard work. It's like,
Take Jesus, baby.
girl, I was literally like, oh, I'm not going to have to do this hard work. And it was so false, because the work did not get done. Everything that I just gave to it was like I laid it down like a dirty dish in the kitchen sink that just never got washed. Okay.
Right.
And so I'm so aware of, when I came out of it, I was very aware of like how I didn't have any spiritual strength. I didn't have any spiritual power. I didn't have any real wisdom, because I didn't know how to really handle my own spiritual transformations, because I had just been laying them down in the kitchen sink like somebody else was going to take care of it.
Right, right, right. And that's where, you know, we're not able to build the spiritual fortitude to push through the hard things, to push through the challenges, because we just think, oh, I'm gonna give it to this mystical creature and it will somehow be turned over. And the story of Jesus is beautiful, because he's a perfected model of how we can be, how
Yes.
we can hone our gifts,
Mm-hmm.
how we can turn water to wine, how I can do that.
Yes.
These are parables and stories, because this comes from the time of Pisces, which is a more imaginative fantasy season of the
It's an
astrology.
era. It's a Pisces is an era of mysticism. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yes.
Aquarius don't give a damn about these stories. Tell me the truth. That's we in. Tell me the truth.
Yes.
Tell me I'm powerful. Tell me my emotions do this. Tell me my mind does that.
Yeah.
Tell me when I meditate what actually happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's where we are. That's
Yes.
And that was for its era. It worked. It's cool. Fine. But believe the spiritual power. But we're going to show you how to use that in a more mathematical and technological way to create your life, versus it being something you just stand on and just, I don't know the other side of this, but I'm going
Right.
to do it because I was told to do it. No.
I think the thing that's really been interesting that I have, as I've been doing this work all my life, and there's a lot of, the law of cause, the law of attraction and manifesting. The thing that I realize that people don't really come into understanding, because they make manifesting being about things, and they make the law of attraction be about things. This stuff is not about things. This stuff is about the fact that you are a creator.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not that you are manifesting things. You are creating all the time, whether you know it or not.
Right.
That is the nature of your beingness. Your
Yeah.
breath creates, your thoughts create, your actions create. You are creator. Your cells are, you have 7 trillion cells right now that are making your body do what it does. Your heart is beating. All of this is an act of creation. It is not manifestation. It is creation, and you are the creator. That is what it is. Now, when we understand that we are a creator, we have to attune ourselves to the frequency and the awareness of who we are, so that we become a conscious creator, because you're already creating. The
Right.
life that you have right now, everything in your life, right? Everything going on in your life right now, you created
Right.
it.
Right.
You
Right.
created it. And that is the most powerful fucking thing in the whole wide world. And I know I can hear many of you going, I didn't create that, and I didn't create that. Or how did I can hear it, I know it.
Right.
But you
Right.
did.
Right.
But you did. Now the question is, how did you do it?
Right.
How did you do it?
Yes.
How did you do it? And and you start with the hard things. Start with the hard things.
Yeah.
Literally, you know, something's going on hard in your life. How did I create this?
Right.
And I know when I would ask myself that question, literally, I would have to just shake like, oh my God, because my mind is like, there is no way in the world that I would create this. But when you understand the nature of the reality that we're in, it's undeniable. That's why I had to go learn the laws.
Yes.
When I went to learn the laws, then I could come back and apply all of the laws to what I was experiencing, and I could no longer deny how it works. Now, I'm going to have to accept that I don't like it. I do not like it, but I cannot deny it.
Right. It's undeniable.
It's undeniable.
To walk ignorantly and foolish on the earth, honestly. Definitely at this season we're in. And that's what we're moving into. We can't afford it, y'all.
That's right.
People out here, they're not making money. They're going homeless. They're going through this. They have medical problems. It's time to really boot up on self-authority. And it is a lot of responsibility. I saw that. I'm in the room right now that I'm going to birth our son in.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing that. We're not going to a hospital.
Yes.
We're doing that here.
Yes.
And it's a lot of responsibilities. We've had a lot of challenges creating this. But guess what? I would rather be in the challenges of the creation versus just defaulting to someone else's path.
That's right.
You got to realize you got to let that go. You have to let other paths go to own your authority and to own the way Source wants you to do something.
That's right. And I want y'all to know that when you step in the responsibility, you're not alone.
Yeah.
The universe conspires with you. Your ancestors are with you. Nature is with you. Like, I am not alone. Yeah. And I am taking full responsibility for my life, but I feel the reality of my purpose supporting me. You know what I mean? So I understand that could sound scary when you think of yourself and you're like, right? Like, which is why I used to really be into Jesus, because it was like, if it's me, I'm fucked, right? If it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer, like, because I feel like I can do nothing. But once I got clear and I started studying and learning who I am and understanding how energy works and that I'm a part of a great system of things that has been in existence for billions of years, and it's a likely chance that I have been in this earth system thousands of times. It's just been erased from my memory because that's how it works here. When I started really understanding how things work, then Source started helping me, started removing the veil. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this motherfucker is alive.
Okay. Right. And I'm interacting with it, and I'm a part of it, and I am at one with it.
That's right. And that changes everything. And then the responsibility, you become responsible for what your soul signed up for you to be responsible for. You don't have to come out and do things that are just so against who you are. The universe then begins to partner with you. It's been waiting for you all along to say, I'm ready, right. You know? And the universe just opens up, and literally you just get to start watching the cosmos move through you. It's a very profound thing, I have to say. Sometimes I feel a little like, whoa, that is happening.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's the aspect of we're connected to one. Everything is that oneness. That's why Monique's able to download what she downloads. That's why we have intuition. But those are the things is we have to trust that. Yeah. To trust yourself is to trust the universe. You know what I mean? To trust the universe is to trust yourself. And we'll be challenged with that. We'll be challenged. Oh, I had a premonition about this. Oh, I had a dream about this. Or I had a download. I need to do this thing. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's really the relationship of oneness itself. And that's where I'm personally being more intentional with, and that's probably going to be my focus for Pluto retrograde is leaning more into that oneness aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have access to my ancestors. I have access to my father who was never there. You know, I can talk to him. This baby inside of me, I can talk to it. Monique. So this morning, as soon as she texted me, I had just thought about, oh, I need to talk to Monique about this. Within 10 seconds, here she is calling me. We've been doing that for years though.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And so we get to play with these universal tools. Universal and oneness means the same thing, just about. It's all encompassing. I'm excited for this time. I'm excited for the practices. I look forward to my notifications that pop up on my phone from Follow the Sun every day. That keeps me grounded when it's feeling shaky, when it's feeling rattled, and I'm feeling shaken by life itself. Like, okay, I don't know if I'm harnessed.
Yes.
In my vehicle, this body, spiritual part of me really anchored in my body to focus and create and have the mindset that I need to build my life the way I want it to be. You know? And so I'm excited, Monique.
I am too. This is a powerful time, and we are about to, like, this, first of all, we're going to just make it, we're going to make it to the, out of this eclipse window and to the Scorpio, because we have a full moon in Scorpio coming up. So the full moon in Scorpio is really what the eclipse is, really the death of the old reality. Like, we can really know that the old reality is going to go away. And my prayer and hope is that people have been preparing. That's what I pray, is that people have been doing what they need to do to prepare. And that's different for everyone, right? Like, so some people are like, oh, it's a revolution. I got to get food. I got to do this. Like, that's not the revolution I'm in.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not my revolution.
Yeah.
But my revolution is really to come into alignment with the energetic frequencies of the reality, so that I can know what's really happening and not what we're being fed and told by the old systems that are just trying to hold on.
Right.
And then being able to make choices into that, not just for myself, but for my child, for the people that I'm close to, and really just building community, because we as women, we need each other.
Yeah, we do.
We need each other, and then what we get from one another, we share with our partners.
Right.
So women fortify one another, and then we take what we get from one another, because we go to God, right? And then we share that with our partners and our family. So because we are the closest expression of the divine on this planet, it is important for us to really fortify ourselves and one another. And, there's so much out there about how women don't get along, and we have to understand that we need each other.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you don't get along with women, and then you get to ask yourself, where are you out of step with the feminine? That's it. Where am I out of step with the feminine?
Right. Yep. And that's that mother-daughter relationship, that sister-to-sister relationship, that relationship. It tends to be a lot of work. I know that my life has been a lot of work, mother-daughter stuff.
Yeah.
As a daughter, I've had to do a lot of work around that. And sometimes it can be tumultuous, where you're like, I'm tired. But where you gonna go? Where am I going? I mean, I can't swear.
That's right.
Like, we're in this.
That's right.
Sometimes we're carrying certain karmas that we have to work through, and knowing that and that's where astrology just comes in as such a help, and cardiology. It comes as such a help that can armor you when you have the knowledge. Oh, I have a certain karma around my relationship with my mom.
That's right.
I'm gonna leave that there to be. That's like having homework that you never turn in and you think you're gonna get a good grade.
Ooh, that's right. And let me tell you all, Gabrielle did a cardiology reading for me, and y'all know, like, I love readings. I love astrology. I love all types of astrology. And Gabrielle just did this card reading for me, and it was so fucking amazing. Like, I literally like I have been finding out who I am. Like I'm grown, y'all, and I'm just figuring out who I am. I'm grown. I remember when I was young, I knew it, but when my grandmother told me to believe in Jesus, I was like, well, I can put all this shit down. I ain't gonna need this.
No, taste a little bit of all of it.
And so you should get a reading. So unique. Get yourself a reading. Go to Gabrielle and get a reading. Her readings are great. Are you doing readings? I know you're about to have a baby, Gabrielle.
Yeah.
I don't want to be booking up
Astrology readings. I'm doing, your Trinity. I need to back up. I took it down. I was moving some stuff around, but it just tells you who you are, how your engine moves and what your purpose is on this earth. We can look at your karma. I can look at your Jupiter placement. That's going to help you, tap into your financial blessings. And look at your moon card, tell you about how you show up emotionally, how your parents may show up. It's a very powerful tool that goes hand in hand with astrology. So, Monique really does the astrological readings, and then cardology is more numerology based. But they're a powerful tool to have to know yourself. That self-love is self-knowing.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. It's so good. Like it literally boosted me. I was like, oh, I'm a queen of clubs. Like, because here's the thing, that the reason it helped me, because my whole life and my whole internal reality is about magic. Like I deeply believe in magic. Like I believe I can feel energy in me that's moving, and I always have a sense that nothing can stand in my way. Like it doesn't matter. And the world has made me doubt that, and and I've been working to heal it and heal it and heal it. And then when I did the reading with you, I was like, okay, that's it. Like I get it. Like I'm a fucking magical woman. And like I can speak to the mountain and say, mountain be thee removed. And I can see, because I'm so intuitive, I can see things before they happen, and it's starting to happen really. Like I've been having dreams about my cats, Lord. I have been dreaming about Osset breaking out and me coming home, and I'm starting to see it happen. Like, oh, I dreamt that. So when I dream something or see it, I'll just erase it if I don't want it to happen, because I know it's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, or prepare for it if it's inevitable. Yeah.
Right. Prepare for it, or
yes. And that's the thing. Astrology and cardology are both forms of personality and psychology. Yeah. It's your psychology signature, how your mind moves. That's what these planets are doing. They're influencing us. So when we come to this earth, when this little boy is born, he's going to have an energetic print of coming from those waters into this realm.
Yeah.
And that's going to shape him. It's going to tell us like how he thinks, how he moves. And that's how we raise our children.
That's right.
We honor their blueprint. And that's the beauty of the family. And that's the shift that we're moving to. Remember, we're moving into the individual being the whole.
Yes.
And we start raising our babies, knowing who they are, not, projecting that they should be this way because that's what we did. And
that's right.
No, you got to honor the individual soul. That's the real love this earth has been seeing, and that it just desires so deeply. Can you love me the way I was created? That's loving God.
Oh, how many clients have you sat with? I know I have sat with countless clients where they weren't loved the way they needed to be loved.
Yeah.
And what it does in the psyche, and I do believe that there are no mistakes. So I know that we experience what we're meant to experience, right? But when you experience it, you know how it impacts you. And so one of the powerful things for me, like being a mother of an Aquarius, is giving him the freedom that I know he needs.
Right.
Like not making him fight me for it. Right. You know what I mean? Not over parenting him, not insisting that he do things my way, meeting him at where he is, right? So, like when he was young, I could get him to take anything. So I'm a Virgo, so all I care about is his health, right? All I'm like is eat the healthy food and all that sort of stuff. And now he's doing his own thing, but I just come in and Like I'll ask him, can I give you some flower essences to help you? And he'll, okay, mom. And because I meet him where he is, and my work and my encouragement is to push him to be himself,
Yes.
not to collapse into me.
Right, right, right. Exactly. That's a, Monique, can you just imagine us as girls being loved like the way we love our children? Just take a few seconds and just feel that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody here, just feel that. Like if someone had a blueprint to who you were and they loved you according to that blueprint, could you feel that love? Whew, that is the reality we're moving towards. That individual being loved so deeply, everybody
Yeah.
knowing one another in a more intimate way,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's right.
Mm.
That is so good. Thank
Be
you.
with you, Monique. We're our mothers and fathers, our sisters and brothers, with
Mm.
that understanding that that's the fertility that this earth is missing.
Yeah.
You know, when Moana, she got her little heart of Tafiti back, and she just, oh, I'm gonna just bless the earth. That's how I see us, like
Yes.
the heart of Tafiti.
Ah,
It's gonna make the earth green again and lush again by that
and
authentic love.
that's right. And we do it from the inside out. And it doesn't cost money. It literally is just you knowing who you are and bringing what you bring to every experience. But you gotta know yourself, and you've had the self-knowledge and the self-love are the key.
Yeah.
And we have been taught that that stuff doesn't matter. It has been so profound as I have been really getting into the experience of self-knowledge and self-love. And sometimes I watch how resistant I can be to myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I watch and I'll hear myself say, I need somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good enough to love myself. I hear my own voice say that. I've heard it say, I need this love to come from a man. I need this love to come from somebody else, right? And then I have to come in and just really hold myself and say, baby, there really is nobody else. There really is no love better than yours.
Right.
And when I get to the point where I can be with myself, then the world turns around and gives me exactly what I've already been giving myself.
Yes. 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 Whew. Brings me to that place of reparenting. I think essentially what Monique and I do, if we could put one word on it, we help people learn to reparent themselves.
Yes.
Because you have to mature yourself and, really grow past the hurts and the pains. You have to become your own parent.
Yep. Absolutely. And it matters. And I understand, I'm so grateful that I have witnessed myself resisting my own love. And because when I can sit with myself, it's almost like the resistance is like I'm angry with my mother because she didn't love me that I wanted to be loved, right? So the resistance is the infant in me that's still yearning for my mama to come and hold me and love me. But my mother was 17 years old and scared as fuck. So she did what she could do, right? And so then I say those, and then I just give myself what I need. Oh, and it feels so good in my body, and I just hold. And sooner or later, it starts to go in. Like I start to feel it. It
Yeah.
takes time, but it's and once it starts going in, then I'm like I'll never be that other person again. Like I'll never look for it outside of me again because I actually can feel it at a visceral level of what it feels like to feel my own love. It's
Yes.
something, y'all.
Yes. 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 Oh, we done had church today, y'all. This was church.
All right. So, Gabrielle, thank you. So, you all come join us at Follow the Sun. Reach out to Gabrielle and book readings, cardology readings. I do astrology, natal chart readings. I also am doing Mercury Retrograde readings because That's what's happening right now. So powerful. We do all manner of coaching, family coaching. Like, we are here to support the reestablishment of the individual in the community, and the community and in the individual. Like, both things have to exist in order for us to grow. And that's what Gabrielle and I are doing together, separately, in other ways. And we just want you all to come and participate because it's real. So thank you. Thank you, Gabrielle.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all for being here. I love this capacity of showing up. That's why I can do it in my due dates in 5 days, because this is so natural for me. You know, it's a natural place for me to be. And I know what's ahead of us, you know, and I'm just,
Yeah.
I can't find words at the moment, but this was beautiful, Monique. Thank
Yeah.
you for being you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being you. And thank you for saying, let's do it live. I was like, okay, great, let's do one. So it's so interesting. The energy is just so interesting. I can feel reality shut down and rebooting up. And so, okay. All right, you all. Peace and blessings. We love y'all. Have a really beautiful day.
Take it. Have a good Sunday, y'all.
All righty. Bye-bye.